Hi, thank you for joining me today to discuss marketing in the time of AI. I have put a date stamp on this because AI is moving so fast that I can guarantee you in a month or two's time, things would have moved on even more. So it's important that when you are looking to learn about AI, always check the date. So let's crack on. Today, we're going to look at five things. For those of you that have heard this live, you're going to get an opportunity to ask questions. We're going to have a quick introduction, then I'm going to discuss your why. Then we're going to look at the three main areas of marketing that you can use AI for. We're going to quickly look at the impact of AI on your marketing and your AI approach. So let's crack on. An introduction. When we talk about AI is not one thing. Artificial intelligence is not one thing. You've got to think of it in terms of AI tools. And like tools, there are many tools of varying quality, varying functionality, and always keep that in mind. Think, what is this AI tool in particular? There are constantly new AI tools coming on the market. All the time, and there are updates to current ones, to previous ones. So it's a really varying marketplace, but keep thinking AI tools, AI tools. The thing is, AI tools can be used for a whole host of things. So again, when you're looking at your learning, focus in. Today, I'm going to be talking about AI for marketing in small to medium-sized enterprises. So I'm looking at us smaller businesses. I am making a few assumptions about you, about my audience. I'm assuming that in your business, you have no full-time marketer, you have limited marketing budget, so you're not sat there with lots and lots of budget to spend on marketing, and your marketing isn't yet mature. And by mature, I mean you don't have a marketing machine that's fully set up with your funnel all ready, and you press go and it goes, and you can crank it up, crank it down, you can make changes, that your marketing is still kind of maybe stuck together a little bit, and you've got bits of it that are really great, bits of it that aren't. So those are my assumptions about you. If you are that person, stick around. We're going to learn loads together. So before we begin, my top tip, by the way, when it comes to marketing and AI is peg a person. So find a few trusted sources in your area of business who are exploring how to use AI, whether that's AI in general, AI marketing, again, be clear, and then just follow them. Peg yourself to them, see what they're doing, what they're learning, how they're using it. And that's a really good way of kind of shortcutting a ton of learning. So, your why. Why are you using AI tools for marketing? This is really, really important. Is it to save you time? Is it to save you money? Is it to increase your effectiveness? Is it to increase your creative output? Is it to increase your reach? Is it to support your brand positioning? Have a stop and have a think about why you're using AI tools for your marketing. Then remember, ultimately, marketing is about attracting the right leads to your business. So when you are looking at using AI in your business for your marketing, is it supporting you in doing that? Is it helping you attract the right type of leads? And when you know your why, you can then pick the right tool. So, for example, for me, in the early days, I've been using AI tools for probably since the beginning of this year. My first thing was I wanted it to save me time. And I've kept that theme through. So I've really honed in on, will this save me time? Will this save me time? Or so and so's talking about that. Will it save me time? Know your why, so then you can pick the right tools, but also know that your why is going to evolve as AI evolves, as your understanding of AI, as you use it in your business. But start with your why, but keep coming back to marketing is about attracting the right leads. How is this tool helping me in that process? So there are three main marketing areas in general, and I'm going to explore how AI tools can help you in each of them. The first one is marketing planning. So, marketing planning with AI, variable results. I'll be really honest, as you can see by my smiley face, my unsure face, and my not great face. What I am finding at the moment is that when you're in those planning stages where you're having a look and maybe you want to find out how your company shows up in the marketplace, AI is really good for that. Really, really good for if you say, what do you think this company does? How does this company come across? you can get some really, really insightful things through using an AI tool. It's great for researching your competitors to be able to say, how does my company stack up compared to these three companies? It's really good for best practice ideas, saying, for a company of my size, blah, 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 what would you recommend we do in marketing? What have other people, other companies similar to mine done for their marketing? It's good for that. The thing with the research competitors, I would say I've had variable results when I've said, who are my competitors? It's come up with all kinds of people that I would say aren't competitors. So that's made me go, that's interesting. And I will say, why do you think they're competitors? Because if an AI is pegging my company wrong, then chances are people are pegging my company wrong. So I need to address that. Where I'm finding it's not so great when it comes to marketing planning is for personas. I am being sent people saying, this is my persona, and it's just 3 pages of AI dribble. I'm thinking, this is kind of good, but it's very superficial. It has no depth. It doesn't show any real understanding, and it's generic. It's just generic and bland. And if you then run a marketing campaign based on the personas that you're pulling out just of an AI without really questioning it, thinking about it, you're not going to get very far. You need to really drill down. It's variable when I've put in things like, give me the outline of a marketing plan, give me the outline of a marketing strategy, give me the headlines for planning. As you would expect, it gives you some really good things. It's either really textbook perfect or it's what I would call the kind of fast food diet equivalent of marketing plan, which is planning, which is quite prevalent out there. We just go, not, no. And writing a full marketing plan, I've trialed it on a few things, and I'm talking about generic AI here, generic AI tools. It's not great. I'll be honest, it's not great. And it's quite reassuring. I'm not going to be out of work anytime soon, if I'm really honest, because when it comes to that marketing planning and strategy, it's just, you've got to really guide it, really asking questions. I would say that if you have access to a specific marketing planning tool for your industry, um, then that might be different. That might be different. So I know there's a company called Pravi AI, so Pravi.ai, and Robin, their founder, she has set up a tool that matches charities with donors, and part of that is that they get a marketing plan, but it's locked in AI. It's very kind of tailored to doing what it needs to do for the charities, and that's a really excellent example of creating a marketing plan, but it's specific. It's very trained. So at the moment, unless you're getting something specific, very variable from writing a marketing plan. My top tip, if you're using an AI for marketing planning, is brief it like a colleague. Give it as much detail as you can, so that it really can build up the right kind of picture, because at the moment, it's not so great. The second area, apologies, my finger slipped. The second area of marketing is delivering your plan. This is the stuff that we're seeing everywhere. We're seeing the results of people using AI tools to deliver their marketing plan. We're seeing a lot of content creation that's AI generated, probably more than we realize. There's those all important tags. I'm a bit annoyed actually because AI really likes emojis and I really like emojis. And I want to say I've been using emojis before everyone else was. But anyway, that's one of the tells. There's a lot of content creation going on. So whether this is creating emails, doing copywriting, tweaks to your copywriting, inspiration, lots of images being used, created by AI, videos being tweaked or tailored or edited. Some people are using AI twins. There's an MP who's now got an AI twin where you can ask the AI twin questions of him, which he's always getting lots of answers to, similar questions like what's your view on this, what's happening with this road, so on and so forth. Illustrations. Social media posts, we're all seeing the AI generated, AI written social media posts, updates going out there, repurposing content. So there's loads and loads and loads of ways that AI tools can be used to create your content. What I would say is this is a game changer for us as small to medium sized businesses. It really, really is, because it is allowing us to create content at a pace and scale that typically was out of our reach before. It really is. I think using AI tools has probably given me back, it's probably reduced my time on content creation by at least 50%, at least 50%. And that is a game changer because it's allowing me to get content out more quickly. It's also allowing me, if I can get content out more quickly, it's increased my capacity. So I'm able to work with more clients. And that is a big difference I'm noticing. I'm thinking I can take on another client now because I'm not spending all of those hours creating my content. So that's where I think it's a massive game changer for us. Lean into that as a game changer, lean into that. My top tip when you are using AI tools to create your marketing content is stick within your marketing strategy. It's really, do you remember when clip art first came out and Comic Sans MS and everyone went bonkers? All of a sudden, every sign was printed out in Comic Sans MS and everybody had a bit of clip art in it. And it just went a bit bonkers and it started looking a bit tacky and a bit naff and a bit rubbish. I think we've got that potential with AI tools creating marketing content. So make sure you stay within your marketing strategy. Make sure that you are creating content that is right for your audience with the right kind of messages and the right brand values. And we'll talk about more of that in a minute. I attended a really interesting webinar with HubSpot the other week, and they were talking a lot about AI search, and I'm going to address AI search. The good news was that the thing that works for AI search is what I would say is actually best practice marketing content creation anyway. So this is great. Have a structure, clear headers, bullets, tables. Well, that makes it nice and easy to read. Best practice. Show perspective, show original insights, first party data, strong point of view. Good, you should be doing that anyway because you don't want to be kind of ripping other people's insights off and being vanilla and bland. Specificity, that's a word and a half, isn't it? It's saying really aim it at your persona. Well, you should be doing that with your marketing anyway, because as a small to medium-sized business, we can't afford to do marketing to the people that we don't want to attract. Really know which industry you're going for. Ditto, you should be focused. And go for the pain point context. Well, yeah, talk about the pains that you're trying to solve for them, the problems you're trying to solve for them. Again, all great marketing practice. And third party mentions, because that shows that you're widely read. It shows that you're thinking as a company, that you're not just in a bubble. Forums, reviews, roundups. I mean, it's great that this works for AI search because this is stuff we should all be doing anyway. And there's loads of figures coming out about how AI search is going to overtake regular search, Google search, and so on. What I find really interesting is two businesses that are in my business arena. So Vivo HR, which is an HR consultancy, and Hidden Gem virtual assistant, they have both had prospects approach them saying, I typed into ChatGPT what I wanted. Your company came up along with others. I then got the ChatGPT to compare your company to the others, and yours came out top. That's why I'm getting in touch with you. So that is an example of AI search working for a company's advantage, and why, if you're not thinking about how you show up in AI search, you should be thinking about it. And if you don't know how you show up, that's easy. When we're done here, just hop onto ChatGPT and ask it questions, and things like, I am looking for a strategic marketer in Northeast Hampshire. Well, hopefully I'm going to turn up. And I do spend quite a bit of time seeing how my business is showing up. If you're interested in how well you're doing for AI search, go and have a play with this. And I know you're going to do exactly what I did on that webinar where they showed it. I went into it straight away. Interesting results, I would say. I think this is going to evolve as things move on. I think go and have a play, see what it tells you about your business. You will learn something and you will have improvements to come away with. And very quickly, I attended a Chartered Institute of Marketing webinar by the person who's leading their AI and marketing course. And she talked about content creation using an AI agent. What I want to show you is with content creation, think about the steps that are involved and where you can involve an AI. So I'll give you an example. Creating this presentation, I started thinking about this while I was on holiday, and I wrote a load of notes, typed a load of notes in my phone, just in the notes section. I then emailed those notes to my email address and put them into ChatGPT and said, come up with a presentation using this material. It then came up with 5 ideas for 5 slides. It was okay, but it was a good start. I've then created the slide deck myself, but what this did was I created it with a skeleton there already, where it taken my thoughts already. I'm then what I have been doing is I've been taking my slide decks, I've been running it back through an AI saying, create and write an article for me. Again, it's never the finished job. I find that I have to go through it, but it's halving the amount of time because the headers are in, most of the content is in, and then I'm going through, going, no, I don't like that, no, change it. And then when I've got that content, I'm also then saying, give me 5 LinkedIn posts, give me 2 Instagram posts. Yes, please give me examples of the type of illustrations that I can use for it. And that's my process at the moment. And I'm looking at, well, what else can I use it for? Where else can I use it? Do I use it to write my e-shots? So on and so forth. So kind of think about how, when you're using your content creation, almost map out where you could use AI, and whether that's free AI tools at the moment. I use HubSpot. HubSpot has its own AI tools. So just map it out and have a think about how you're going to create your marketing content. So that's the meaty section, content creation. The third way that you can use AI with your marketing is, of course, assessing effectiveness, also known as the measurement of metrics. But at a very basic level, you can plop a web page of yours into something like ChatGPT or Claude and say, how effective is this website at driving people to contact me? How effective is this website at highlighting what my course does? Whatever it is, and you will get some really interesting analysis. Again, it's hit and miss, but I've found that whenever I've done it and used it in that way, I found some interesting things coming through. I have found interesting things. You can use, there are tools that a lot of, if you're running your marketing through various software, then they're already starting to introduce AI-based tools to help you analyze how effective your marketing's being. Use those. That would be my top tip. Try some of the AI analytics in the current tools that you already use, because you're familiar with them. It will really, really help you. But be really clear about what you want analyzed. Is it things like, you want to know how effective is this at driving people to my page? Do you want to know how attractive is this page? And who to? Again, it's knowing your persona, saying, is this page going to drive lawyers to book a service with me? Be really, really clear. So those are the three areas, the main areas of marketing, and where you can bring in AI tools for them. What's the impact of AI going to be on your marketing as a small to medium business? The first thing to remember is it is leveling the playing field. It is really, really exciting. We can now compete with people who previously had the budget to hire agencies, had an in-house marketer. This is leveling the playing field. So really grab this opportunity. What it does mean as well is there's a lot of bland content out there, and there's going to be more bland content coming your way, because at the moment, again, remember clip art, where everybody had clip art. It's like, oh, didn't look great. And that's what we're seeing with AI generated content. It's starting to get bland. It's starting to get samey. We're starting to see the same stuff churned out and out. I've been kind of watching people who are using AI twins in their marketing, and it's just a bit naff. It's just like, this looks same. This just looks really samey to what someone else did yesterday, to what someone else is going to do tomorrow. The great news is that bland means you can stand out. And to make sure you stand out, you've got to drive your brand personality. And that is often, it has to be a person. It has to be, whether that's just you or a little team of you, your people have to be front and center to stand out. So personality is really important. Engaging with your audience, again, all the stuff we should be doing anyway. Great storytelling, so that people feel a part of your brand, a part of your company. But also your expertise is going to be crucial. Your expertise, the expertise in your company, it's making that ping out so you stand out in this sea of bland, and people know that these are your words. This is what you believe. I think another thing that you are possibly starting to see already is expect lower volume in your top of funnel. So your top of funnel, if you remember when we move people from being unaware that you exist through to being aware that you exist, if you remember your marketing funnel, so that's your top of funnel, expect to see lower numbers there, because one of the things that AI is doing is it's kind of fragmenting the audiences, but the good news is that it means that the people that you are attracting are going to be genuinely interested in what you have to say, how you're saying it, and then as you move through the funnel into the middle of the funnel, they're going to be more interested in choosing you and buying from you. So your numbers might look a bit low to begin with. You might be going, oh my gosh, why is this dropping off? Why is this dropping off? But actually look at your conversion. Are your conversion rates going up? Because they should be. You should be getting higher engagement and conversion. And then I think, how do you drive that higher conversion? Okay, you've got fewer people in your database, fewer people following you, but they are really, really engaged with what you have to say. I would say, as small to medium sized businesses, speak to them. Pick up the phone, book one-to-ones, whether that's in real life, whether that's Zoom, whether that's 30 minutes head-togethers, whatever. And again, that's the personality, the engagement, that's the standing out from the bland. I think this is going to be our real secret weapon, the fact that we pick up the phone and speak to people. Final thing I'm going to encourage you to think about is, what is your AI approach? As a company, even if you're a company of one, be very clear from the start. Does your approach to using AI fit your brand values? If you're saying we're an authentic brand, so how do you kind of run that with using AI to generate content, for example? Is it just that you're very open about using it and say, yeah, I use AI for this, I use AI to generate that? Does it fit your market positioning? Do you feel that actually you need to be using? I mean, can you imagine if I was a marketer and I wasn't using AI? What would you think about me? You'd think, really? Do I really want you in my business? If you're going, no, not touching AI, no, 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 no. Of course, I'm using AI. I need to keep up to date. I need to be able to, so I can share with my clients, with you. Be clear for your start. What's your risk tolerance? I very much assume that if I am using an AI tool, that I am just chucking it out in the public domain. So I am not going to put into an AI at the moment anything that I'm not happy to have in the public domain, or at least I'm not cross if it is out there. We've had a recent example where Elon Musk's Elon Musk company, I can't remember what it's called, it's not OpenAI, but it was revealed that what they did was, every time you hit share to share a chat, it generates a link, and they've taken all those links and published them. So thousands upon thousands of people's conversations with their AI are out in the public domain now. So imagine if you had been asking it things like, how do I make profit from this? How do I deal with this type of customer? What do you think? And that's all out in the public domain. Do you want that out there? Do you want that out there? And that's where I think we're going to see as well a shift towards more lockdown AI tools that are very specific, and where you've got kind of privacy agreements and things in place. At the moment, there's a bit of a free for all on the free ones. So what's your AI approach? Be very clear from the start. I've popped in here HubSpot's one, which I thought was really, really interesting, that they've got a nice little acronym, CRAFT, and I thought that's really neat, actually. So it might be that you decide you're going to nick that. It's quite a good one, or you can come up with your own one. But I thought that's a really good way. That very clearly tells us as consumers how they're using AI, but it also tells their employees as well. It gives them very clear guidelines. So if you were watching this live, you get a chance to ask questions now. As you aren't, get in touch with me. Get in touch if you'd like a copy of these slides. And of course, remember, ask me about working with you on your marketing strategy and planning. If you go to my website, you will find a way to contact me. Do that, fill in that form, get in touch. I'd love to help. Thank you so much.